I came in specifically to work in programs and mostly in intensive outpatient programming. So what we're looking to do is help folks who need a little more stability, a little more access to care, a little more continuity and accountability so that they can improve quickly and then go back to outpatient therapy and really work on some of the long-term problems they have. But in IOP, that's what drew me here, to kind of work on those groups and make sure we're offering that level of care to everybody who wants access to that. So my area of specialty is in intensive outpatient groups. So groups for people who need more stability, more accountability. Groups are fascinating. They are so powerful for people because people understand that what they're going through isolates them. A lot of times if you're really depressed or anxious, you feel alone. And the group is the most powerful, most dynamic way for people to understand they're not alone, and that they can contribute to others and others can contribute to them. And in that way, they can improve quickly and be a part of the world again. If faith is something that's a foundation of your life, it definitely needs to be part of this. And so coming to a Christian-based organization is going to be really important for you. If, on the other hand, you're questioning and you're wondering, how does this faith thing interact in my world? Every human, whether they know it or not, is on a faith walk. And, coming to a Christian counselor is going to help you intersect with somebody who understands that and who can talk knowledgeably about not only the therapeutic value of the mental health resources we have, but also what does God have to say about that and how do those things apply to your life. So even when we're talking about specific therapeutic skills that we know work, we can also focus those towards what does God have to say about that. A lot of times folks have come from outpatient treatment and they're sort of stuck. They're just sort of have reached a plateau. And so for me, it's how do we get to what can be fixed as fast as possible without wondering about why you're here. So person-centered a little bit more in that I want to see where can we get the most bang for the buck? Where can we start to see an improvement? So that's kind of my approach in IOP. We don't have a lot of time, so we want to get to it as quickly as possible. I also tend to approach things with a little bit of humor. When it comes to mental wellness and when people are struggling, they know that life is tough. Right? We all in this group are going to understand that people are struggling, and so we need a little bit of relief from that. And one of the techniques that I think works the best is a little bit of humor where it's appropriate. And so we have a lot of fun in group, and that's sort of my approach. I think people need to be comfortable. From a therapeutic standpoint, I'm looking at a lot of dialectical behavior therapy, a lot of being able to discern this or that, and then get people to sort of be forced to choose things that they have not chosen before. So getting them out of that rut of thinking pattern and see if they can move into a new thinking pattern. So those are kind of my approaches at it when it comes to IOP. So there are a lot of reasons to be reluctant about counseling that people have in their heads. Sometimes they come with a poor experience in their past, or an experience where they felt like they didn't make a lot of progress, or they just have these preconceived notions kind of about how therapy works, whether it's outpatient or group. What I say to people a lot of the time is how miserable are you? Are you ready to give this a shot? Because there are really great therapists in our groups and in our outpatient facilities who want to meet you where you're at. So if you give them the chance and you just give a little bit of trust, you're going to get a lot back in return.